buoyant, proud, and unafraid. A number of years later, Jack Bow explained how his future comrades in arms began their journey to war. He said, "Starting from the Palais Royal in the Latin Quarter, that corner of old Paris, where in bygone days Camille Desmoulins jumped on a chair and made the speech that started the French Revolution. Except now it was they who were playing their part in history. Dressed in civilian clothes, the volunteers began their march in the morning sunshine close to the 8th District. Crowds gathered along their route, pitching chocolates and flowers, while pretty girls proffered kisses. Renee Felizot and Alan Seeger took turns holding aloft the oversized American flag at the front of the procession and managed to monopolize the attention of many of the women along the route. Who could blame them? To be a hero, warranted or not, if only for a few moments in Paris in the late summer, was as close to being a god as any living man was likely to come. And then, at the station, the golden moment faded into obscurity, the volunteers boarded a train for Rouen, and their new life in the Foreign Legion began. All right, well, that's all in this episode. In the next episode, we're going to see what happens when they enter the Foreign Legion. All right, well, thank you for going on this deep dive with me down into the depths of history. I hope you didn't get any air embolisms as we went several meters below the surface. As always, I want to thank the Knowlton's Rangers, especially our spy masters. Baron Fraser, Chris from Maine, Carl from Norway, Moondoggy from Ohio, Rick Knowlton, Vic and Irene, Mike from New York, Michelle, and Marlene. I'll explain what that is in a second. If you like the show and want to help it grow, there are 4 easy ways for you to do it. 1, like and subscribe to the show on the podcast player of your choice. This helps spread the word about the show. 2, join our Facebook group. Here we can keep the discussion going about new episodes, and you can talk about what you like and didn't like. And you can find this group if you just search for History Unplugged on Facebook. 3, we have an online store with t-shirts, phone covers, and other accessories featuring awesomely bad history puns that were crowdsourced by you, the audience. And you can find that if you go to teespring.com/stores/history-unplugged. That's teespring.com/stores/history-unplugged. 4, and this is really the best way to dive deep with History Unplugged, and that's to become one of the Knowlton's Rangers. If you know your American history, you know the Knowlton's Rangers were an elite spy and reconnaissance group in the American Revolutionary War, but it's also the name of the membership program of History Unplugged. You can join at 3 levels. If you join at the level of Scout, you can hear all the episodes of History Unplugged completely ad-free and get early access to new episodes, at least a week early. If you join at the Intelligence Officer level, you get special bonus episodes, like a 10-part series on the World War II hero Audie Murphy, a multi-part series called Ottoman Lives about different people in the Ottoman Empire, and a series called Rendezvous with Death that looks at biographical profiles of Americans who went to fight in World War I before America entered the war. The last level is Spy Master, where you get all that stuff, but you also get 3 hardcover history books, Forging a President, How the Wild West Created Teddy Roosevelt, Race to the Top of the World, Richard Byrd and the First Flight to the North Pole, and The Last Fighter Pilot, the true story of the final combat mission of World War II. Another bonus is, you can choose a history topic for me to focus on for an entire episode that can go up to an hour, and I'll answer whatever question you have for me, and you get a shout out at the end of each episode. If you want to learn how to become a member of the Knowlton's Rangers, go to patreon.com/unplugged. That's patreon.com/unplugged. All right, well, that is all for my spiel. Thanks for listening to the History Unplugged podcast, from ancient Greece to the Cold War and everything else in between. See you next time.